Open your mind.
Hey out there, this is Buzz with TheSurvivalBuzz. I hope this video finds everybody well out there. That being said, I think I'm going to try to start putting a video out every Wednesday and Saturday. Try to keep to somewhat of a schedule with my videos. You know, as far as not getting views, I have nobody to blame but myself. And, well, of course, the algorithm. So the more I try to stay on par, on schedule with that, then maybe it'll play into my favor. And it seems the more time that I spend on a video, honestly, the more I put into it, it just gets no views, it seems like. It seems like it's a waste of time. The non-prompt videos I just throw on typically get more views than anything, but, well, like that video I did, Where Are We Headed, which I'm pretty proud of, I spent a lot of time on. Well, you know, I spent several hours over the course of a week on that video and editing it and putting things together, and it got barely any views. Not to mention it got a copyright against it. You can still view it, but, you know, if it were to hit it big as far as views, I'm not seeing any income from that, which I don't really want to. You know, that's not the reason I made it. I'm trying to educate people a little bit on what's going on out there for people, maybe people that don't get it. That whole video is about AI, and, well, as far as I'm concerned, AI is evil. Depending on who you talk to, some people think it's just, well, what we've programmed into it, you know, and maybe there's some truth behind that. But inherently, I honestly am starting to believe that computers and AI are evil. You can argue with me all you want, leave a shitty comment, whatever you want to do, that's fine, but that's my opinion about the matter. And I say that because it just seems like more and more people are relying on AI now just for every little everyday facet of their life. I work with a guy that's one of the most fairly awake people I know as far as what's going on in the world, the evil and everything, and yet he uses it in his everyday life and thinks it's the greatest thing ever. I don't see it, man, and I really hope that people band together, people that believe like I do that it's evil and it's not good and we don't need it in our lives, even though the powers that be, everybody wants us, you know, keeps pushing for us to have it, and we have to have it, and we got to be the first to have it, and I don't think we need it, man. I really don't. But yet there's this big push for it, and people are becoming more and more reliant on it. I've seen several videos and articles on people now that are literally using it as a god. They're leaning on it for spiritual advice, asking it questions. And some people even get crazy enough that they think somehow that they're becoming a god or some kind of prophet, simply because this thing's just feeding them full of shit. And, you know, a lot of people say, well, that's just the algorithm feeding back what they want to hear about themselves. But I don't know whether that's true, man. And go back and watch that video, Where Are We Headed, that I made, and you'll understand, man. I think there's something deeper and darker to this. You know, it was like maybe a decade ago that movie Her came out with Joaquin Phoenix. I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's ridiculous. It was, you know, still smartphone days, but it was supposed to be a little in the future, and everybody's getting this new, you know, operating system, this AI, and he basically falls in love with it, you know, and then the AI breaks up with him. And at the time, it seemed like a crazy concept. Crazy. Who the hell would ever lean on a operating system for advice or love? Or yet here we are, and how fastly we've moved down that path, it seems like. So, I don't know. I hope people that believe like I do will band together against this stuff, because it's becoming more and more prevalent in our everyday life. It's coming in every facet of our life. Financially, I mean, you're not going to be able to get away from it at some point, which is why we all need to band together. I don't know where this country or this world is headed really, but I honestly, I used to be skeptical and afraid to mention that in my videos, but I honestly think we're in somewhat of the end days. I hope and pray every day that we're not. I do. But I honestly feel like we're there. And there's just so much evil in the world, and people would just as soon spit on you as shake your hand, it seems like. And I even see that in, Christ-fearing people as well. I see that in God-fearing people out there that want to condemn everybody else. Like if they don't do the right thing, they're going to go to hell. And maybe they are, but that's not up to us to point that finger at them, to put that on them. If anything, we should be here helping them. And that, I have to remind myself, that's why I got on here originally, to make videos anyways, is to help people. And that seems to have changed as the amount of time I've been on here. The world's become darker, man. It really has. It's not just in my head. We have to resist this AI and everything coming out with everything we have. And this digital token, or digital ID, whatever the hell they want to end up calling it. They can call it Trump coin or whatever the hell else they want, man. It's about total control. It's about a system. And eventually we're going to have to work outside that system. Now, what that looks like, I don't know. I don't have all the answers to that. I put back food. I put back silver. I'm trying to save up to get some land, hopefully as quick as I possibly can, other than the house I'm living in. Try to set myself up as well as I can. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, the system is going to kick us out at some point. And you got to be prepared for that, man. This isn't just a matter of stacking canned goods and, having some land. And all that can be taken away in a moment's notice. And you're going to have to rely on your faith and your wisdom and your discernment. You should be praying for that daily. And we need to be praying for each other, honestly. You can't combat evil with more evil. We have to love each other and pray for each other. And I'm honestly becoming more and more of a believer in prayer as time goes on. I see it. I see it all the time. I see it working. So you have to believe that it works for it to actually work. I never really believed like this, but I've started praying for people that I may not agree with in every way, in many ways. They're lost, man. They're all lost. There's evil in this world, and it's working its magic on everybody, man. Me and you and everything. I struggle with sin and stuff as well. I'm not perfect. But I honestly am driven and feel the need to hop on here and spread the good word, man, that you're not alone. And even if it's only 10, 20, 30, 40 people that see it, maybe somebody out there will see this that needs to see it. It's not too late right now to change. God bless y'all and your families. Later.